Hi, this is Raja. Welcome to my knitting video. Today I would like to introduce you to garter stitch, and basically what garter stitch is the stitch that done by knit or row, and if you knit it in round you will knit one round and purl one round, but since we work in row, so we're gonna do knit every row. This is a very basic pattern that I think pretty much every knitter started out with when they begin knitting, and you use this stitch for everything basically. You can use it for the edges, use it for scarf. A lot of children knit, popular also. So anyway, let's begin. Oh, one more thing. This type of stitch will form a little, ridges, and it's not smooth like another type of knitting, which is called stockinette stitch. And we're gonna be talking about that in the next video. So let me begin the garter stitch for you. Just for demonstration, I will not do a very long. I will cast on about 10 stitches. So if you remember how to do cast on, go ahead and start cast on. And if you don't, you can go back to another knitting video that show you on how to cast on. I'm gonna do long tail, so go ahead and begin my cast on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got my 10 stitches. I will turn, I will change my needle to my left hand because I'm a right hand knitter. I will begin my empty needle on my right hand, and make sure you grab the right yarn, not the one the short one, because then you will be in trouble. Run out of yarn. So start first row by knit. Remember, knit is going down. Stick the needle down. So keep knitting. And you will start seeing the pattern form. This garter stitch is good for edging because it prevents piece from roll like at the edge. Like when you knit scarf, if you do like stockinette stitch and the edges will curl in and it's not straight. So if you use garter stitch border, that will help prevent it from rolling, curling, whichever you call it. So I'm sorry, I just finished my first row and I turned, and now I started my second row. I just knit again. Both sides of the your work piece will look the same, so we have like a little ridge. I just finished my second row. Start my third row. Now if you want to make like a beginner scarf, you can use this pattern, because then you don't have to think about changing the stitch into purl and then knit and then purl. All you do is just knit, stick the needle down and knit and knit, knit. And when you're done, you just change your needle again just make sure that your yarn is in the back and your needle pick up the front stitch. When you knit the yarn, always in the back. Now you start to see that, see, pattern forming. So if you keep knitting and knitting, you will get this very long piece of stockinette stitch. So you have some idea. This is very basic stitch. So you can do a dishcloth with it and just cast on about 35 stitches. That will give you a pretty nice piece. And then when you come to the last row, this is, I'm just, you know, for demonstration only, this pretend this is my last row, and I'm just gonna work until the last stitch. So this is how you use your knitting stitch. You put them together and turn them into pieces of, you know, material, whichever you want. Dishcloth, scarf, you can make just about anything. And got my last row done. Now I'm just gonna cast off. So you just keep knitting and practice as long as you like and see what you can do with it. And you can make a Barbie doll scarf if you like, make it smaller. Okay, I'm gonna cast off or bind off, knit my first stitch, second, and then I'm just gonna lift the first stitch over the second stitch, knit, pass over. You can review this bind off technique in my bind off video as well. This is just to show you that, you know, when finished off garter stitch, you just bind off knitwise like that. This is called knitwise bind off. Again, if you like to look at the beginning knitting technique, you can go to my website and I listed on the information above. And you can subscribe if you like. Here is my last stitch. Now when you come to the last stitch, what are you gonna do with your last loop? So what you do is you're gonna end off. This is a technique called end off. You just bring, you know, you can either cut yarn first or you can cut yarn at the end. Bring that string through your last loop, pull, and then cut. Cut the yarn, and then you will have that piece secure. Okay? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.